Welcome all my dear student of SYBC physics class. In previous lecture we have studied chromatic aberration, types of chromatic aberration, that is axial or longitudinal chromatic aberration, and second one is lateral chromatic aberration. In this lecture we are going to see achromatism. What is achromatism? And in achromatism we are going to see lenses in contact, two cases: achromatic combination in case of lenses in contact and achromatic combination, so achromatism of lenses separated by a finite distance. Okay, what is achromatism? Any optical system free from chromatic aberration is called an achromatic aberration. What I say? Any optical system free from chromatic aberration is called optical system. Any optical system is free from chromatic aberration is called an achromatic system. Ideally, a chromatic system should be form image of same size at only one position for all the wavelengths, but this is not happen. Ideally, a chromatic system should form image of the same size and at only one position for all the wavelengths. This condition must be satisfied not only for one position of object but for all positions. So there is important definition of this achromatic combination, which is very important for exam point of view. When two or more lenses are combined together in such a way that the combination is free from chromatic aberration, then such a combination is called achromatic combination. Very important. So I am again going to repeat in brief. When two or more lenses are combined together in such a way that the combination is free from chromatic aberration, then such a combination is called chromatic combination. Practically it is not possible to achieve ideal achromatism, but partial achromatism can be achieved by eliminating either the longitudinal or lateral aberration for one distance of the object only. Okay, so here we are going to see a chromatic combination of two thin lenses in contact. We have seen that the image due to any single lens will have the defect due to chromatic aberration. However, with two lenses this defect can be reduced. What I say? We have already studied, or we have already seen that the image due to any single lens will have the defect due to chromatic aberration. However, with two lenses this defect can be reduced. Such a combination is called achromatic combination, when we use two lenses and in which we can reduce the chromatic aberration. Such a combination is called achromatic combination. For this purpose, consider two lenses having focal length f1 and f2. Focal length f1 and f2. Also, these two lenses having dispersive power omega 1 and omega 2. If two lenses are kept in contact, you know that the focal length 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2 minus x upon f1 f2. This is the formula for equivalent focal length of two lenses placed coaxially and separated by distance x. But when the two lenses in contact, then absolutely x is equal to 0. Distance of separation between them is 0, and when we substitute this value here, we have 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2. Okay. So we are going to see the condition for achromatism. For the combination to be achromatic, for the combination to be achromatic, we have here this differentiate this equation, that is d of 1 upon f, and this differentiation should be 0. For the combination to be achromatic, focal length for different color must be same. That means there is no difference in the focal length. So we have to differentiate this equation, or simply d of 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2 is equal to 0. What is the differentiation of this? Minus d f1 upon f1 square minus d f2 upon f2 is equal to 0. f2 square is equal to 0. But we know that what? Minus d f upon omega is, df upon f is equal to omega. So here when we substitute this, we have minus minus plus d omega, omega 1, not d, omega 1 upon f1 plus omega 2 upon f2 is equal to 0. Okay, suppose this is equation 1. Since dispersive power of the lens is positive quantity, remember that, since the dispersive power of the lens is positive quantity. From this equation 1, we see that for achromatic combination, the lenses in contact, two lenses must be of opposite type. That is, if one is converging, other must be diverging, or one must be convex, other must be concave. Further, if two lenses are of the same material, that is omega 1 is equal to omega 2. If two lenses are having the same material, then by substituting this in equation 1, we have omega 1 upon f1 plus omega 1 upon f2. This is equal to 0. Take omega 1 common and take to that side, we have 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2 is equal to 0. Okay. But what is 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2? This. So we can write 1 upon f is equal to 0. Where? Which gives this? When this is 1 upon f is equal to focal length 0. Which gives f is equal to infinite, which is absurd, meaningless, since the combination would be how like an ordinary glass plate. If this is the case, which is absurd, which is meaningless, since combination would behave like an ordinary glass plate and not as a lens. So achromatism is impossible. If the lenses are of the same material, so this is not possible. Then what we have to do? Thus, for an achromatic combination of two lenses in contact, the lenses must be made up of different type of glasses. If one glass is made up of print glass, then other lens material of the other lens is crown. So what I say? Thus, for an achromatic combination, when we take the material of two lenses are same, though one of them is convex and another is concave, but material is same, then there is no achromatic combination. There is no achromatism. So this is absurd, meaningless. So in order to obtain achromatic combination, that is achromatic doublet, What we have to do? We have to take two lenses of two different material. Thus, for an achromatic combination of two lenses in contact, the lens must be made up of different type of glasses, and one of them is converging and another is diverging. Okay. So, a suitable combination of converging, that is convex, and diverging, that is concave lens of different material is here. I am going to see here. Suppose this is the lens, converging lens or concave lens, converging lens or convex lens, and material of this is crown. Then the two lenses are in contact. Another lens is concave lens, and whose material is flint. So, by taking the suitable combination of two lenses, one of them is converging and material of the converging or convex lens is crown, and another is concave lens, that is diverging, and material of this lens is flint. And when we prepare such combination, then we are having a chromatic doublet. This is called a chromatic doublet. Okay, this is a chromatic doublet. Now, a chromatic combination of two coaxial thin lenses separated from each other by a finite distance. Then we have to consider this formula. Okay, and make the differentiation. In order to obtain the achromatic combination of two coaxial thin lenses separated by a finite distance from each other, at that time we have to consider this formula. Okay, that is, this is the expression for equivalent focal length of combination of two thin lenses separated by a finite distance x, this finite distance x, and here two thin lenses having focal length f1 and f2. Okay. Now, when we are having this equation, it noted that for achromatic combination, the wavelength of different lenses should be same. That is, there should be no difference in the lens. So, what happen here? If here d of 1 upon f is equal to 0, that is, d of 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2 minus x upon f1 f2 is equal to 0. If this is the condition, or when here we can separate them, d of 1 upon f1 plus 1 upon f2 minus d of x in bracket 1 upon f1 f2. We simply write, we separate the differential term. After taking the differentiation of this equation, we get minus d of f1 square. Okay, differentiation of this term separate, minus d f2 upon f2 square. Okay, now minus x as it is, and differentiation of this term, last term, is like minus d f1 upon f1 square. Okay, plus minus d f1 f2 square. Okay, and this should be equal to 0. Again here we can have what? Minus d f upon f is equal to what? Omega. Omega is the dispersive power of the prism, and it is always positive. So, by putting this, we are having the equation omega 1 upon f1 plus omega 2 upon f2 minus x in bracket omega 1 f1 f2 plus here not this is this f1 square f2 and here f2 square f1. Okay. So this is omega 2 upon f1 f2 is equal to 0. Or from this equation we have omega 1 upon f1 plus omega 2 upon f2 is equal to x in bracket omega 1 upon f1 f2 plus omega 2 upon f1 f2. Okay. Now again we can simplify this equation, and from this only take this term toward this side. We have x is equal to omega 1 f1 plus omega 2 f1 here f2 here f1 when we solve this term upon omega 1 plus omega 2. Okay. Suppose this is equation 1. If lenses are made of the same material, then omega 1 is equal to omega 2 is equal to omega, say omega. When we substitute this in this equation, then x is equal to omega 1 f2 plus omega 1 f1 upon omega 1 plus omega 1. We have take omega 1 as common, f2 plus f1 upon 2 omega 1 or simply omega. Omega 1 can cancel, and lastly we have x is equal to f1 plus f2 upon 2, these two. So x is equal to f1 plus f2 upon 2 or 1/2 f1 plus f2. This is the most important. This is the condition for achromatism when two lenses are separated by a finite distance. Thus, from this equation, we see that for an achromatic combination, the two lenses of the same material should be separated by a distance equal to half of their sum of focal lengths. And this condition is used in the construction of Huygens eyepiece. Second thing, from this equation, or we can say that this equation 2 is free from dispersive power, and hence it is and hence it holds good for all colors of all the wavelengths. Also, this equation 2, in this equation 2, x is always positive. Since x is always positive, f1 plus f2 must be positive. f1 plus f2 must be positive. For this, either the focal length of both the lenses should be positive, or focal length of positive lens must be greater. And thus, for an achromatic combination, either both the lenses should be convex lens or concave lens with greater focal length. Suppose there are two convex lenses, then one should have the greater focal length, and at that time we can obtain the achromatic combination or achromatism. In this way, we completed the theoretical part of this chapter. Now, in next lecture, we will see some important problem related to this lens aberration. Till then, we shall stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.